Hello everyone, John Frausto at Topspin Tennis. In this video we're going to look at 3 magic moves on the Topspin Absorb forehand. I'm going to show you why the pros have to back up on some of their shots, and then what is the intent on this shot as well. Enjoy the video. In the video we have Alexander Zverev, and what's interesting about this video is he just hit a serve. One thing that we need to understand before we can even break down the 3 magic moves is the pros do a phenomenal job of launching on their serve and getting into the court. So you can see how he's on his left foot here. So he's really launched, he's out into the court. What his opponent is able to do really well is hit with depth. So let's go ahead and look at the incoming ball. And as you can see, after he's hit the serve, he's recovering back, and this ball is hit with tremendous depth. So what Zverev has to do here is, in order to get time and space, he actually backs up to absorb this shot. So the reason why they're doing it, the shot is hit with tremendous depth and spin. Zverev backs up to give himself time and space. The intent here then is to neutralize this shot. So he's backing up. How is he going to neutralize the shot? Well, what he does on this shot is he actually hits cross court to the opponent's forehand, but he still has good racket head speed, good spin, and if he can get the ball to a corner, that'll give him time to recover, and hopefully he can hurt us. So let's go ahead and look at the 3 magic moves. Magic move number 1 is, on this shot, is you still want to make sure you get into a good loading position. So let's go ahead and look at when this ball bounces. There it is. So the thought process is, when this ball compresses into the court and it lands, that's when you should be compressing and loading. So the ball compresses. Notice how Zverev his legs are loaded. Shoulder turn is really good. Non-hitting arm is to the side, and the racket head is still up. So that's that loading phase. So that's magic move number 1. The ball compresses, the player compresses with that loading. Very balanced in this position as well. You can just kind of see how steady he is. He's balancing that book on his head. He looks very relaxed. There is no tension whatsoever in this stroke. Let's go ahead and look at magic move number 2, and that's going to be the contact point. But with that, notice how from the loading he really utilizes the kinetic chain here. He really compresses here with the legs, and then he opens up. Notice the opening of the hips and shoulders here, and he finds that ball. So that's magic move number 2, is to locate that ball out in front. Notice the spacing he has here with his elbow. So he still has good spacing. That's one of the reasons why they back up, is because they need that time and space. So he still has good spacing here. Hips and shoulders, notice how the hips and shoulders start to open up here. The non-hitting arm starts to tuck in, so that's where we get that rotation. More efficient with that rotation. Finds that ball out in front. Let's go ahead and look at magic move number 3, and that's going to be the finish. And like I've said before, finish what you started. So even though he feels technically pressed for time in this position, notice how he still finishes with that racket head. He wraps that racket head in that arm right around his body. Look at the finish on the left foot. In the beginning of this video, when he loaded in that magic move number 1, he was actually in a square stance, but he actually finished here almost like he had an open stance. So really push from the right leg and finishes on the left leg. So magic move number 3 is finish what you start. And with that absorbing shot, make sure that if you're able to still hurt your opponent, I mean, he didn't hit to the middle of the court here. Notice how he takes that ball, he gets to the outside of the ball, and he's pushing it to the forehand corner. He was playing a righty in this video. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching, and really appreciate your support. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button as well. The more likes we get, the better. And then also hit that notification bell. Have a great day.